Where would you rank French girls on a tier of every female in the world?
It depends the characteristic you want, like beauty.
Okay, let's say for a girlfriend.
For a girlfriend, I think top 3.
Top 3?
Yeah.
With who?
With who?
Like what other 2?
Maybe Italian, because they have a strong character, so that's nice for a girl. Then Latina.
Latina is not one country, it's a lot. Why Latinas?
Latina have
If you're telling me
big
Latinas are
character,
good
I
girlfriends, then you have a very different, experience
they are
than
a good
me.
girlfriend, no? Like they cook.
Yeah, it depends what you like. Like,
Yeah.
you know, if you like to argue and you like to fight and you like a woman that likes shouting in your face and then like, you know, making up with sex, it's good.
Maybe if you like chill girl, not Latina,
Yeah, not Latina,
not
definitely
Italian.
not. And
Maybe
French?
more Australian.
Maybe.
Yeah, Europe.
You sound like you have more female experience than me. Coming from my job.
And you?
What's my top 3?
Yeah.
For girlfriends, listen, it's very different for me because like generally Latinas like are great for relationships, but they just have a very different vision of like what makes a high value woman. And that's where I always struggle to kind of find that deep connection, because they're great until you actually have to change a belief in their life that they've had for like 25 years. And then when you're talking to them like, babe, you can't do this when we're in a relationship, it's not the fact that she doesn't want to change, it's the fact that she comes from such a different environment, she can't see them things in you. So I'd say top 3, you know, yeah, definitely European. Somewhere like Italy, where they have a traditional like relationship system and still kind of a strong religious base of a country is good. Countries like, you know, England and France are maybe less reliant on traditional values. We're probably more advanced Westernly. So maybe Spain, Italy, these kind of places for like girlfriends. Yeah. Girls that still kind of understand tradition, but, you know, they also have that level of spice to them. Let's call it that way. But we're going to hone in on French girls, French women. First of all, I want to ask you as a piece of advice, if a man had to learn one thing to say in French that would help him with French ladies in general, what would it be? Like one phrase, one line, anything.
For me? Like?
Just a phrase that you could teach a guy that would help him approach French girls in the future.
Very difficult. French people are really close-minded, very shy. So I think if I have an advice for the guys, it's to be very kind, not too, how can I say?
Forward.
Like
not too intense.
Yeah, not too intense.
Okay. But like one line, you have to give him a "t'es trop belle."
One line.
Like something like this.
I think I will say, you have a good energy.
A line that you're going to give to the guys to help them to speak with French girls.
Yeah.
Like something super French. Something that if I said it to a French girl, she'd laugh every time.
You want me to say in French?
Yeah, and then explain to me what it means in English.
J'adore ton énergie.
J'adore ton énergie?
Yeah.
So you're just going to say I love your energy?
Yeah.
J'adore. J'adore ça. Yeah, you gotta say it with you gotta say it with the spice for sure. They're not helping upstairs with this drilling going on. You got to say it with a little bit of swag. J'adore ton énergie. And also, a huge tip for guys to know French girls is you always go for the bisou.
Bisou, yeah. Bisou, bisou.
Yeah. Most, like, this is very casual in France, right? It's not too invasive. Yeah. Like if I just met a French girl and I did this straight away, it's very normal.
Yeah, it's very normal.
Yeah. So like a lot of cultures would think like maybe a kiss on the cheek when you're just meeting someone would be intense. But if a trick that I like to do is if I see a French girl or I meet a French girl, I say, hi, how are you? Shake her hand like very nicely. And then where are you from? I'm French. So we do the proper, you know, and then go for the double kiss.
But if you do like here, we do hug to say hello to everyone. If you do this in France, they will be shocked. Like, why he want to hug me?
Yeah.
So it's just kiss, kiss.
Go with the bisou. Kiss, kiss. Double kiss. Bisou, bisou. J'adore ton énergie. J'adore is I love ton énergie. And What's a better way for a guy to call a girl beautiful? Like, t'es trop belle. This is very like casual, normal.
Yeah, it's
What's a more spicy way?
more spicy. Tu es vraiment ravissante.
Whoa. These guys don't speak French. Slow it down. Take a breather.
Tu es,
Tu es, you are.
tu es rayonnante.
But if you're from Paris, you don't say tu es, you say t'es.
Yeah.
C'est vrai, non?
Yeah.
Yeah, t'es. It's like...
Rayonnante.
huh?
Like you're shiny.
You are shining. I like that. I really like that. That's a really unique way for a guy to approach a French girl. So one more time, really slowly. T'es or tu es?
Tu es rayonnante.
Tu es rayonnant.
Rayonnante.
With a C?
Or.
Oh, rayonnant.
Yeah.
Tu es rayonnant. You are shining. I always find when you can learn like one or two things in someone's language, it brings the rapport together so strongly. So if I can say even a couple of lines in French when I meet a French girl, it just makes her feel a bit more comfortable, a bit more smiley. Like I've made an effort. And also it secretly tells her you have experience speaking to a woman in French, but she can't really be mad at it because, you know, you're just there. Okay. And then other than for guys to be aware that French girls might be cold, what's another piece of advice you'd give to guys talking to French girls? Another trick, another throw in the water, I don't know.
I don't know.
What's something you personally like when guys do when they approach you?
If you ask like for on the life, like what do you do for a living, or do you do sport, something like this, like interest in your life.
Interesting. Okay. How would you see a guy that really shows interest into your life as opposed to just asking you questions? How do you signify the difference?
Because some guys don't ask question.
No, but they can ask a question and not care. Like I could ask you, what are you doing today? And I'm just asking you for the sake of it. So how do you signify the difference between a guy who really cares and invests in that conversation?
Because when you answer, if you try to go deeper in the conversation, I think you can feel the interest.
So you're saying like generic questions, but deepen them. Like
Yeah.
ask simple questions, but really show like patience
Yeah.
to understand the full situation.
Yeah.
Instead of like, I call it website searching. Like a lot of guys go and search like a website. Like, what do you do? How old are you? Where are you from? Blah, blah, blah. And then the conversation
Yeah.
never really touches any level of
If
deepness.
it's too much different question, it's just question.
Like an
But
interview.
if you go deeper in like the fitness or your job, what is it exactly, blah blah blah. Yeah.
Okay. And what kind of body language signs are really positive for you to receive off guys to show them that either they're listening to you and giving you attention or interested in you and also assertive and confident?
I think the head, sometimes when people listen, it's like this. Or he try to be closer. Yeah.
Interesting.
But if it's like this, no.
No crossed arms.
No.
Okay. So you want a guy to be like open body language and show that he's like interested.
Yeah. But not too much. Like don't hug me.
Just a bisou. Yeah. Confident and calm. Grounded.
Yeah.
Grounded is how we say it.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. And if you had a little trick that you really loved over all the years of being approached by men, what would you say like your number one thing is? You love when a guy does this when he's approaching you. Apart from asking you like deeper questions, like maybe a little bit of swag.
I think a little bit joke and very smiling.
You say jokey?
Yeah, joking.
Like to create a playful energy?
Yeah. And smiling, like you can feel the energy. Like you want to smile, you want to do the same.
How does that make you feel when he creates like a playful energy?
Yeah.
How does it make you feel?
I think I feel happier if it's smiling to me.
Happier? She said happier, guys. Happier. Happier. This mic is really good. It picked up that.
So yeah, I think I feel happier because he's smiling, so it's more comfortable.
Yeah. Comfort's a huge
If
one.
it's too, like not serious, it can be cold, the conversation.
Yeah.
And one thing the guys do sometimes, it's look at the body, but it's like red flag. If a guy do like this and I don't know, some weird.
You know, I feel
Really.
like girls have like red and green flags, but then it super depends on the guy. Like the right guy can do anything.
Yeah.
If it's the right guy and he's presented a very strong frame, he can make looking at your body seem like wow, instead of that was intrusive. But if it's the wrong guy doing it, I always say this about my Twitch. Like a lot of girls tell me that my Twitch is attractive. But if that was like a man on the side of the street, like injecting heroin on a daily basis, it's like, why does he blink like that? It's creepy,
Yeah.
right? So there's that level to it as well. Okay, and with French girls in general, what would you say their biggest like thing to look out for is? Like, what would you if a guy was dating a French girl, how would you maybe give him some advice or some things to look out for when you're dating a French girl? Like I would personally, I'll give you an example. Maybe it will help guide you. If you're dating an English girl, I would say that you need to like hold a strong masculine frame early on because she will try and walk all over you and then get bored and leave. Like that's just the very English culture right now. As a woman, they're in their boss bitch mindset, so they try and take over early on in the relationship. And if you let her do that, like you're setting up the wrong foundations. What would you say about French girls?
I think French girl like the masculine guy, like take care of her, need to show the security. Yeah, like cooking, help at home, because French girl don't want to do everything at home. It's not the
They're in this independent bitch phase.
Yeah.
Yeah. So off the back of that, I would say to guys, if they're going to talk to French girls, like be prepared,
yeah.
be ready. Like come with the weaponry. I agree. Actually, in my experience of speaking to French girls, they're fairly cold to start off with. They warm up. They're quite nice. They're quite traditional. I wouldn't say that like there's a generally big one night stand culture or casual dating culture. They're more into their relationship type energy. But yeah, definitely come prepared like with a strong frame, because I think French girls, I mean French people in general have quite strong personalities. They're quite stubborn. They're quite aggressive. So you have to hold a very strong frame to like maintain that. Show her that not that you can handle it, but that you can refrain from investing and reacting, and instead like to show a girl that tries to test you that you're unshakable. It's like super attractive to her. Unless she's super immature and she's looking for a reaction, then it's not gonna be a good thing.
Yeah, I think French girls want to show they are independent and don't need a man.
And then you need the guy to show you,
Yeah.
you're not gonna run the show. It's same with a lot of girls, they just don't know it. Some girls know it, some girls don't. But generally in the world of dating and society, girls want to test the guy in that manner. There's become this like test culture. Guys try and sleep with girls quickly to test them to see if they're like easy. And then when they don't sleep with us quickly, we end up being more attracted to them. And then girls like to test guys to see if we're like gonna break our masculine frame. And then if we do, in the longer run, they become less attracted to us. So yeah, there's this big test culture going on right now. And a lot of men are like super falling into it because they have scarcity of female attention. Yeah. They think that in the short term, they just need to do whatever they want to do to like get her attention. But in the long run, that's gonna put them off. So that's where abundance comes in a lot.
Yeah.
Guys that date a lot of girls are the best daters.
Yeah.
And they're the best men to be with. Yeah.
Like, and the girl really wants the man decide for everything. Like, be ready at 7. We go to this place. We do that. Yeah.
I have another interesting question, actually, just on the note of like your personal experience. If a guy came to you, got your number, went away, and you liked him, he was cool. You weren't like excited, but he was a cool guy. He was fairly good looking, and he texts you. What's something super important that he needs to incorporate into his text? Like instead of just saying, hey, what would you want someone to text you? Like what kind of message and why?
After I met him?
He just met you. It was a really good, not really good. It was nice. You're not sure. You're like, he's cool, but I don't know. So he still needs to, he needs to not impress, but cause some form of spark in your head. So like if he texts you, hey, you're probably going to ignore him. And if he texts you just like, let's go for coffee tomorrow, you're probably going to ignore him. You need him to text you something with a bit of flavor. Yeah,
I think it depends the conversation we had. But if he says something about the conversation, like, it was really interesting because you say that, or blah, 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 it can be like 1 point more.
Yeah. That's actually exactly what I say to guys. I say utilize the conversation and like carry over the energy into the text.
Yeah.
Because if you get approached by like 5 guys in the same day, but we had energy in our conversation and I want to bring that into our text, like I want to take something from the conversation and bring it up again. So you feel like, it was the guy who we talked about this with and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, we love when we know the guy remember something about us because we say, oh, he's really interested. Like we see that.
Interesting. So that's a little breakdown on how to attract French girls and also girls overall, and a little bit of flavor in there. What did we? I forgot our French phrase.
Tu es rayonnante.